Hello from Brussels. RED was adopted by the European Commission. Meanwhile, per usual, PPWR has sparked many reactions from politicians to NGOs and companies. At FEAD, we launched our search for a new colleague, an environmental and technical officer. Find out more below. Register now. Now on to the policy updates. Packaging and packaging waste regulation. FEAD has received the updated version of the compromise agreements by MEP Frédéric Ries, Renew, Belgium. Context published a note from the Spanish presidency on PPWR. 100 NGOs and companies released a position paper on PPWR on the 9th of October. They're asking for shared responsibility between producers and distributors and more ambitious goals. Waste Framework Directive. The European reporter, MEP Anna Zalewska, CRE, Poland, wants to revise the definition of recycling to include the production of fuels. Urban Wastewater Treatment Directive. A general approach text by the Spanish presidency has been presented to COREPERI on the 4th of October. This text will be submitted for approval today, 16 October to the Ministers of Environment during their meeting in Luxembourg. 7 member states published a non-paper stating that they are worried the new directive will be less effective. Critical raw materials. Context reveals that a new trilogue will take place on the 24th of October during which the recycling goal fixed by the European Commission will be addressed. Renewable Energy Directive. On the 9th of October, the European Council voted in favor of the text negotiated with the European Parliament. Net Zero Industry Act. Context has obtained compromise agreements that have been negotiated at the European Parliament. Eco-design. The second trilogue, planned for the 10th of October, did not take place. It is now scheduled for the 7th of November. Polluters Pay Principle. A summary report has been published. It gives an overview of the number of responses, the type of respondents, their country of origin and awareness of the PP. Industrial Emissions Directive. On the 10th of October, the second trilogue took place during which the European Parliament and the member states did not find any common ground. Waste to energy. The European Commission has authorized a 300 million French aid for investments in energy sourced from waste. Soil Monitoring Directive. Agri has obtained some shared competencies with ENVI, but the ENVI committee remains the one in charge of the topic. Electronic waste. The Commission adopted its recommendation to improve the rate of return of used and waste mobile phones, tablets and laptops and their charges. The recommendations aim to support national authorities to ensure maximum collection rates and subsequent reuse, repair, refurbishment and recovery of these small electronic devices. Textiles. The Association of Cities and Regions for Sustainable Resource Management, ACR+, has published a study report on recommendations and good practices for local used textile management. Circular fashion. The Bocconi School of Management has published its 2023 report for circular fashion with a quote from FEAD's Senior Legal and Policy Officer, Azir Aster-Hoshen. Legislation or measures that establish or promote ownership or restricted access over specific waste streams must be avoided as they restrict the free market and competition, which compromises the quality of the recycling process. The free functioning of markets for waste and recyclates is key for a circular economy, as it ensures competition on a level playing field and it allows for further innovation both in the production processes and in the subsequent management of the waste. European Union. The leaders of the European Union have released the Granada Declaration. European Commission. Maros Sefcovic has appointed Lukas Visek as responsible for questions on agriculture, Helena Braun for the circular economy, Dino Toljan for climate action and Alexandra Baranska for energy. On the 9th of October, Wopke Hoekstra was officially named European Commissioner for Climate Action by the EU Council until the end of the office term of the Commission, the 31st of October 2024. Chemicals. The European Commission has given ECHA a restriction project on chromium trioxide because it is reputed to be carcinogenic. European Parliament. On the 12th of October, Renew Europe announced that their candidate for the Vice President of the European Parliament is Martin Hodžić, Renew, Slovakia. FEAD News. FEAD is recruiting a new environmental and technical officer. We're looking for someone with 1 to 2 years of experience in waste, circular economy or chemistry, ideally with experience of working in political science and EU public affairs. Thank you for joining us for another episode of FEAD's audio newsletter. See you next Monday.